So what do real estate agents do anyways for all of that money? Good question. Let's get into that. All right, so let's start with what do real estate agents actually do? Okay, here in North Carolina, there's a few different types of real estate agency. There's buyer's agency. That's when a real estate agent is hired to promote the best interests of the home buyer, to use their skill and their care and their diligence to protect that buyer's best interests, to be loyal to them, to disclose any material facts, to really look out for them in the best interest in helping them make this big decision. Now, on the other side of that, there's also seller's agents, and they're doing the same thing for the seller, right? They're helping the seller make the best decisions. They're reviewing offers. They're handling of money. They're doing a lot of different things to protect the seller. And now you've got a buyer's agent and a seller's agent. The two of them are supposed to work together to really help this transaction come together and help both buyer and seller get what they want. And sometimes, on the occasion, there's something called dual agency, where the agent can represent both buyer and seller. It's a little tricky, totally legal, totally allowable as long as both parties agree to it. And sometimes when they don't, there's something called designated agency, where a firm can designate an agent to represent one of those parties if in fact those parties don't like or don't want a dual agent representing both. Again, totally doable, just situational, I guess, and see what everybody wants here. Now, that's kind of what real estate agents do. You know, when you work for a seller, you're also helping them market their property. You're helping with advertising. You're procuring a buyer. You're doing everything you can to bring a buyer to this home. And when you work for buyers as an agent, you're doing everything you can to help them find their home. So that's what you do. And every state's a little bit different, but that in fact is probably the most of it. Okay, now how do we actually earn money? That's a question that comes up all the time, and it's often one that I think clients, home buyers, home sellers misunderstand. And when they go into the process, one, their real estate agents maybe are not being clear on what they're supposed to do as their job responsibilities, but also we may in fact have an inflated idea of what this agent is actually earning in this transaction. Therefore, maybe there's some people in there that just don't feel all that great about what their agent's doing for the money they think that they're getting. But here's the deal. Let's look at it this way. In North Carolina, in my firm, there's no standard real estate commissions, but what we typically see is 6% for listing a home. Now, when you list a home for sale, you're representing a seller, you are getting a 6% commission, or we are getting a 6% commission from that seller to sell the home. But that doesn't go just to the real estate agent. What happens is you're splitting that almost in half, depending on where you're at. Half of it's going to the buyer's agent because they're bringing the buyer. So that 6% automatically is cut in half. So now you've got 3% that you're working with as a listing agent. And from that, usually about 1/3 of it is going towards marketing and advertising expenses, things you're doing to actually sell the home. Approximately 1/3 of that is going to your firm. Your firm is going to have a piece of that for helping you have a place to hang your license, for marketing help, for training, for legal support, for all sorts of things. And you'll want to make sure that the firm you're associated with or affiliated with is providing you with what you believe is a good value for that percentage of that. And then that leaves about 1/3 left. And that is usually the take-home money for the real estate agent for doing all that work. And so 6% doesn't always go in the real estate agent's pocket. It's usually a much smaller piece of that. And that's a little bit about what they do to earn that money so that you feel better informed if you're out there looking for an agent to represent you as a buyer or a seller, or if you're looking to get into the profession. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Reach out to me. Let me know what I can do to best help you. And as always, I'm here happily to serve, inspire, hopefully connect you to good information. Check out one of these upcoming videos here. Subscribe. I would love to have you stick around, and I can't wait to see you with more videos here coming soon.